I walked into my wife's parents' house, expecting nothing more than a peaceful family dinner. Everyone smiled. The table was full. The laughter felt real. Then, halfway through dessert, my sister-in-law suddenly stood up, pointed directly at me, and shouted, "Tell them the truth. You're the father of my baby." The room went completely silent. My wife looked at me with tears in her eyes. I couldn't even speak. Within minutes, everyone I loved believed the biggest lie ever told about me. My wife packed her bags that same night. Her entire family called me a liar. I thought my life was over, until exactly 2 weeks later. My phone rang. The hospital said only one sentence. "Sir, you need to come in alone." What happened inside that hospital changed every single life forever. I had been married for almost 4 years. My wife and I weren't rich, but we were happy. Her parents welcomed me like their own son. Her younger sister had always been quiet around me. Nothing ever seemed unusual. That evening, the entire family gathered for her father's birthday dinner. We laughed, shared stories, took family photos. Everything felt perfect. Then her sister suddenly became pale. She stood up, started crying, and looked directly at me. "I can't hide it anymore," she whispered. Then she said the words that destroyed my life. "He's the father of my baby." Every eye turned toward me. I was frozen. I had never touched her. Not once. Before I could deny it, my wife slapped me. She screamed that she never wanted to see me again. Her father ordered me to leave. Her mother called me disgusting. Even relatives who barely knew me filled social media with insults. Within 24 hours, I lost my marriage, my reputation, and nearly every friend I had. I begged my wife to let us do a DNA test. She refused. She said guilty people always asked for proof. Days passed. I barely slept. Then one afternoon, an unknown number appeared on my phone. It was the hospital. The nurse sounded nervous. "Sir, please come alone. This is important." I had no idea why. When I arrived, I expected bad news. Instead, the doctor closed the office door and placed several medical files on the desk. He explained that my sister-in-law had been admitted after severe complications. During emergency treatment, doctors discovered something shocking. She had lied about almost everything. She wasn't even as far along in pregnancy as she claimed. More importantly, the medical timeline proved it was biologically impossible for me to be the father. The doctor quietly handed me another document. There was already a DNA report. She had secretly tested another man weeks earlier. The real father was someone she had been dating in secret. When he abandoned her, she panicked. She believed blaming me would protect her relationship with her parents. She never expected the hospital records to expose the truth. The doctor looked at me and said, "We thought you deserved to know before anyone else." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. Days later, the hospital required her family to meet with doctors regarding her treatment. The truth came out in front of everyone. The DNA report, the medical records, the dates. Every lie collapsed one after another. Nobody spoke. My wife couldn't stop crying. Her father stared at the floor. Her mother covered her face with both hands. For the first time, silence replaced judgment. That evening, my wife came to my apartment. She apologized for hours. She admitted she chose accusations over trust. She asked if we could rebuild our marriage. I looked at the woman I still loved, but I also remembered the moment she walked away without hearing a single word from me. Some wounds don't disappear simply because the truth arrives. Trust isn't rebuilt with apologies. It's rebuilt with time. We separated peacefully. Months later, I slowly rebuilt my life. I found a new job, moved into a different city, started smiling again. One afternoon, I received a handwritten letter. Inside was a simple message. "You were innocent all along. I'm sorry we learned that too late." I folded the letter, placed it in a drawer, and never opened it again. Because forgiveness doesn't always mean returning. Sometimes, it simply means finally letting go. That family dinner lasted only a few hours, but its consequences lasted forever. One false accusation destroyed a marriage, shattered trust, divided an entire family, and permanently changed lives that could never return to what they once were. The biggest lesson wasn't about betrayal. It was about judgment. The people who claimed to know me best never asked for the truth. They believed the loudest voice instead of the facts. When the hospital revealed the evidence, everyone finally understood that truth doesn't need to shout, it only needs time. By then, however, the damage had already been done. Some apologies arrived too late. Some relationships cannot survive broken trust, and some endings become the beginning of a stronger life. If this story taught you anything, let it be this. Never destroy someone's life based on an accusation before the facts are known. A lie may travel fast, but the truth eventually catches up, and when it does, the cost of believing the lie can be greater than anyone imagined. Because in the end, The truth didn't save the marriage. It only revealed who chose trust and who chose judgment. Some mistakes can be forgiven, but the pain of being abandoned when you are innocent leaves scars that never completely fade. Before believing in accusation, remember that every story has two sides, and sometimes the person everyone condemns is the only one telling the truth. One lie can destroy a lifetime of love, but no apology can ever bring back the life that was lost because of it.